An architect would never begin constructing a skyscraper by saying, "We'll figure it out as we go." Before the first piece of steel enters the ground, there is a blueprint. Every floor has a purpose, every load is calculated, and every system must work with every other system. Yet people routinely attempt to build something far more complicated than a skyscraper: their lives, with no blueprint whatsoever. They choose a career without considering the life it will require. They chase money without deciding what it's supposed to buy. They start businesses without asking whether those businesses create freedom or create another job. They sacrifice health for success, relationships for ambition, and time for possessions that they barely have time to enjoy. Then, years later, they look at everything they've accumulated and wonder, why doesn't my life fit together? Actulint proposes a different way to think. Your life is not a collection of separate goals. It is one integrated system. Money affects freedom, health affects energy, and energy affects work. AI can multiply that capability. Business can transform capability into economic value. And purpose determines why any of it matters. Change one variable, and consequences travel throughout the system. That means the question isn't simply, how can I make more money? It's, what role should money play in the life I'm designing? Don't simply ask, what career should I pursue? You should ask, what kind of life must that career make possible? That is architectural thinking. Artificial intelligence is rapidly increasing what one capable person can accomplish. You can research, learn, analyze, and create faster. And even build businesses with resources that once required teams. But greater capability without direction can help you travel faster toward the wrong destination. Although AI is leverage, you still need the blueprint. This is where Actulint challenges conventional thinking. Freedom is not simply having money. A wealthy person who owns none of their time may not be free. Freedom is not having unlimited choices. Someone incapable of making decisions can drown in choices. Real freedom requires architecture. You need enough financial strength to create options, enough health to use them, enough knowledge to recognize them, and enough discipline to protect them. Before adding another goal to your life, zoom out and look at the entire structure. Ask, what am I actually building? Does your work support your health? Does your money support your freedom? Does your technology strengthen your mind? An architect doesn't hope the building eventually makes sense. The coherence exists before construction begins. Your life deserves the same seriousness. Draw the blueprint, design the systems, remove what conflicts with the architecture, and then build. Actulint does not define freedom as escaping responsibility. Freedom is having enough control over yourself, your resources, and your decisions to deliberately construct a life that belongs to you. And perhaps the most important question you can ask is not, what do I want from life? It is, what kind of life am I designing everything else to support?